Welcome back, friends, to my series, Thank You for Asking, where I answer questions that are usually posed to me by parents. So if you have one, share it with me. So today's question is coming from a mother of 4-year-old who feels that the child is addicted to screens, and whenever she turns off the screen in TV or cell phone, he sees that he is very adamant, cranky, and she can see a lot of resistance in him. And she ends up turning on the screen to settle him in. So, what to do? I have done a video where I have detailed about the screen literacy as a parent that you need to develop. If you have not seen that video yet, I will request you at this moment to go and see that as well. The link of that I will be sharing with this video as well. Now, coming to this topic that why children end up behaving in the certain manner and how we can handle this situation is where we have to understand the relationship that the mind of a child has developed between screen and themselves. So when a child is born, really speaking, they're blank slates. And it is through the environment and the exposure that we as parents are going to provide them that they start understanding and building their relationship with various aspects in the nature or the environment that they are living in. In current scenario, because screens are present so much in our environment and we are not really careful and conscious that how we are using it with our children. And in fact, do we need to restrict the usage of the screens and probably not have at all for the younger children? Because their environment has more than enough material for the brain development. There is more than enough stimulus in the environment that can help their brain development, especially when the child is under 2 years of age. So definitely screens should be avoided. But now coming to the point where why children end up behaving in this certain way is let's look at an experiment which is known as a cat bell experiment. So that can give you better understanding that what is happening with the child. So the cat bell experiment goes like this, where there was this food, whenever the cat was hungry and the food was kept for the cat, a bell was rung. Now, initially, every time she came, the bell was rung, she heard the sound of the bell and came and ate the food. Now, in the second scenario, what they started doing was the same bell, they removed the food and only the bell was rung. Now, whenever the bell was rung, now what they observed was even though the food was not ready, the food was not present, the cat started salivating. So the body reacted in the same way as it would if there was food in front of the cat. The same scenario goes for our children. When screens are constantly present in front of a child, or when you are turning them on during a particular action, for example, when you want to feed them, you are turning on the screens, or they're feeling bored, you are turning on the screens for them. Anytime you are building it, you are doing this and repeating this action for the child, you are building a relationship of a child with the screen, where they start understanding that if I want to be occupied, the only way is screens. And whenever you remove that stimulus from the environment, the brain does not know how to handle or how to be in that conscious way of taking the information other than the stimulus. The way a child talks to you is by crying, because they're too young to go deeper into that and give you the right emotion that they're feeling restless or they're feeling uneasy. The only way they are able to express themselves is by crying or becoming really cranky. So it is really about shifting the relationship of screens for children. And that's how you will be able to handle the situation. How do you do it? Take one step at a time. If your child is addicted to screens, it's just like anything else. Just like if somebody is addicted to alcohol, you cannot remove it for them immediately. You have to do one step at a time. Time yourself where you start reducing the usage of the screen for the child, starting from 5 minutes, 10 minutes, going down where you are hardly giving it to them, and provide enough material in the environment itself that occupies them, that keeps them busy with learning. Because children, when they are young, they are very inquisitive. They really want to learn. And when we are providing them screens, the brain is getting that learning space from the screens. And that's why it does not learn the art of how I have to equip myself from the environment itself. So that's on this topic. If you have any further questions, feel free to write into the comment box or to be part of the communities on various social handles that I have. Thank you for joining today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.